Alex. It seems you like to play against Alex De Minaur in France. It's the second time you beat him in a few months. How important was the match at the French Open, and did you have it somewhere in your mind today?
Oh, I guess only for preparation, because then you believe more in yourself in a way. But it's been on a clay court. It's been nearly 7 months ago, so it's a different match. It was a different match. It was a different conditions. I mean, he also qualified for Turin yesterday, so I tried, to get ready in the same way like I was getting ready for him in Paris, at Roland Garros. So it was the plan was the same in the third, fourth, and fifth set, but I was happy to execute it well.
Hello, Alex. You've just said that the conditions were different compared to Roland Garros. Of course, it's outdoor versus indoors, but you mentioned that the court was very slow here. Would you say it's slower than clay?
It's definitely slower than clay, in my opinion. Because on clay, you have a higher bounce, especially at the Paris clay. It has a higher bounce, and on clay, the ball has more speed after it bounces. So after the bounce, it can generate the spin. You can move opponent back, with using a top spin. Here is a bit different, but it's slower, and it's not. You don't have this kind of a whip, I would say, after the ball lands. And if you do like a great top spin or a great kick serve, you don't have this whip that puts opponent back on their back foot. So that's the biggest difference. That's why the indoor hard, especially this one, is one of the slowest I played, yes.
You said at the beginning of the tournament that entering the top 10 was one of your long-term objectives. Do you believe it's still possible by the end of the year? Or is it, as you say, a long-term objective? So if it happens in 2026, that's all right as well. You don't really mind.
I mean, hitting a top 10 any time is great, but it can happen any day. It can happen tomorrow with a certain circumstances matched. It can happen tomorrow. It can happen next week in METTEZ. It can happen, I don't know, if I'm going to be... if a couple of people retire from Turin and I'll get in and win the match, it can happen there, So it's not about counting when it's going to happen. It's more about delivering the game and stay healthy and try to use your chances.
Just to follow up the question, yes, you can become top 10. Felix can be qualified for the ATP final, so this is a very important semi-final tomorrow. Would you say the most important match of your season, maybe of your life? I don't know. One of the most important, at least?
I don't know. It's tough to say, Sometimes I felt there was very important matches of my career that it turned out they was never near to be very important throughout the time. So we'll have to see, You never know, because if circumstances will match, I will win the match, for example, and then someone has to lose. I don't know, because I was not counting that much. Then I'm going to make it, and maybe I'm going to be out because someone wins the next week. So I don't know. So I'm not really... Every match is important. Is to reach my first Masters final. If I win, is to maybe have a chance to be alternate in Nito. So that's definitely an important match, but not probably the most important of my life. You never know. We'll see.